All right, Ryan. Cold morning, warm today, and then warm the rest of the week.
Very warm.
Yeah.
Dare I say hot. So, yeah, we got a ways to go, though. It's a bit of a chilly one this morning. Jacket weather to T-shirt weather throughout the morning and then into the afternoon. Freeze warnings in effect in parts of New Mexico because, of course, it's already the beginning of growing season and you're going to want to bring in your plants if you haven't done so already because temperatures may be as low as 23 to 30 degrees in parts of the Four Corners, the Moreno Valley, near Las Vegas and Mora, just to the south of Raton, and parts of the eastern mountains and the southwestern parts of the Rio Grande Valley. And already some areas that cold this morning. We're at 25 right now, the Taos-Ski Valley, and looking at the High Line. Still some snow along the High Line. Crystal clear skies and calm winds for the most part, around 7 miles per hour. That chilly air temperature, 25, feeling a little bit colder with that wind, but not nearly as windy as yesterday. 80% relative humidity right now. Taking a look at the current temperatures across New Mexico and beyond, 29 in Durango, 26 Alamosa. Look at that, bone cold, 22 degrees in Gallup, bundle up, 28 in places like Grand. Some areas may achieve a 50 degree or more temperature jump from this morning into the afternoon. In Albuquerque, 41 degrees, 39 Santa Fe, 41 Ruidoso, 53 in Roswell, down from 61 last hour, 59 in Carlsbad, and even a bit of a chilly one there in Las Cruces, 53 degrees. Crystal clear skies here in the metro. We had some clouds, rain, some hail and grapple yesterday around the area, but because of the clear skies, the lighter winds, the drier air, radiational cooling taking place right now. 41 in Rio Rancho, Bernalillo, and Corrales, in Berlin as well. 38 Los Lunas. So bundle up. It's a chilly one. Sandia, Park, Moriarty, getting close to the freezing mark as we speak. Again, the past storm system brought in the wind, the rain, the snow, the grapple, and the hail. That has all moved way off to our east. And speaking of the rain that we saw, the hail, and the grapple yesterday in Albuquerque, 0.12 inches of that. It's the fourth wettest day of 2025 so far. And earlier in the month, we had 0.67 inches of rain on May 8th. So recent rainfall, much needed, but we're still under the second worst form of drought, extreme drought, and looking much drier ahead. Cloud free for most of the day. Make sure you guys have the sunglasses and the suntan lotion. And yeah, dress down to T-shirts this afternoon and shorts because despite how chilly we are right now, warming up in the upper 70s in Albuquerque, low to mid 70s in Santa Fe, high 50s and 60s from the higher elevations towards Durango and the Moreno and San Luis Valley. So yeah, warmer. And again, we're in the 20s right now in Gallup and Grants. I do think you may at least achieve a 50-degree temperature jump there in Gallup. 22 right now, 72 this afternoon at least. Near 80 in Tucumcari, 80s returning in much of the southern and eastern parts of New Mexico as well as near Deming, but this is just a prelude to what's to come. Much hotter weather eventually ahead. Today here in Albuquerque, still slightly below normal temperatures, around 78 this afternoon, from chilly to warm, very sunny, much calmer winds, so an enjoyable day to go on a walk or go on a run. Despite some stronger up-level winds later this week, because of the close proximity of this high-pressure system, that will allow for mostly calm surface winds. And with that southwesterly flow aloft, that will allow for mostly light southwesterly surface winds, really heating things up Thursday and Friday in the lower 90s in Albuquerque for the first time this season, likely getting into the 90s, and upper 80s in Santa Fe, high 70s and 80s from Alamosa to the Four Corners and Clayton, 90s in triple digits from Roswell to Carlsbad and near Deming. So summer-like weather, well, something that we'll definitely see as we head later this week. And in places like the Four Corners, Durango, high 60s, low 70s today, despite the below freezing temperatures. Look at those temperatures rise through tomorrow and later this week, including Pagosa Springs and the San Juan Mountains. We had some rain, snow, grapple, and hail. A lot of that melting will warm up and dry out ahead, as well as in Farmington, Gallup, and Grants. 80s, eventually low 90s ahead today, 70s and 80s, big temperature jumps. Camado to Las Cruces. No dust today, a beautiful afternoon in the 70s and 80s, just maybe a little bit breezy in the afternoon. Cloudcroft, 60, Ruidoso, 70s, Artesia, 80s, Carlsbad, 90s. Places like Las Cruces to Roswell, Carlsbad, and Hobbs may be close to 100 later this week and earlier in the parts of this Memorial Day weekend. Clayton, 70s, Mora, 60s, Tucumcari, 80s. A little bit breezier later this weekend, becoming a little bit more humid late this weekend to early next week with a pattern change. From the Enchanted Circle to Espanola, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Very enjoyable day. Moriarty, Cedar Crest, pretty cold mornings, but much warmer afternoons ahead. But even those morning temperatures will climb ahead. And from the north to south valley of Albuquerque, temperatures climbing each day through even Friday, even potentially Saturday for some. Now, later this weekend to Memorial Day, we'll see more clouds, a little bit more of a breeze. Our next best chance of rain does appear that may be on Memorial Day, but before then, enjoyable weather with the heat. At least we won't be too windy out there, so I'm really looking forward to this forecast ahead.
Those 90s look nice.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah,
but
for the
nice.
first time this season. Nice, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, about time. I had just put the blankets away over the weekend. I was like, no, they're gone. They're done. Last night, piled them back on. Yeah.
It's chilly right now, but yeah, much warmer ahead. Could be as much as 50 degrees warmer than right now as soon as Thursday.
We will take it.